Cassie Drake writes, with the Oscars right around the corner, I have a few questions. People are always asking, do you think movie or actor should/will be nominated? And John is always rationalizing that while maybe he could or couldn't make an argument for it being nominated, he doesn't think it's in the top 2 or 3 of its category and therefore unlikely to win in any event, so it's a moot point anyways. My question for you is this: how much of a bump or esteem does simply having a nomination give you? After Jonah Hill got nominated for Moneyball, people were joking about how they could now say, starring Best Actor nominee Jonah Hill. Does having even a nomination to your name make a difference? And if so, then why does John always say it doesn't matter if a movie/actor isn't nominated if he doesn't think it stands a credible chance of winning? Stay awesome.
Well, okay, so first of all, yes, there's huge esteem in being nominated. I mean, we talked a lot about, we were so thrilled last year at the Academy of Web Television Awards where AMC Movie News and AMC Movie Talk was awarded Best News Series. We were really excited about that. What we don't talk about as much, because of my complete humiliation, is that we were also nominated. I actually got nominated for Best On-Air Host at the Academy of Web Television Awards, and I was, rightfully so, thoroughly defeated. But I was, you're right, it was completely an honor to be nominated. I'm thrilled that I was so excited that I got nominated. Felt very special, and absolutely 10 times, 1,000 times more so for Academy Awards. Now, let me clarify though what I've always meant. I usually bring up, it's not that it's not important if somebody gets nominated or not. What I've always said is in the context of when somebody says this person got snubbed by not getting a nomination, or this person got robbed. See, my personal argument, and there's other arguments to be made against this, I'm just saying my personal argument has always been that to say somebody got thoroughly, just robbed of a nomination, to me, if that person, if you couldn't make an argument that that person stood a chance of winning, then really, how much robbed did they really get? Like, if you can't say with certainty that this might be the #1 person, then I just don't feel that same sense of outrage that they didn't get a nomination. That's not to say, though, that's a totally different discussion, though, about talking about whether it's valuable to get nominated. Absolutely it's valuable to get nominated. There are many people that I felt should have got nominations at various years in the Academy Awards, but just because they didn't, I wouldn't necessarily say they got snubbed or outright robbed of it. Like Andrew Garfield's a good example of one. I say he got snubbed because I believe he should have won Best Supporting Actor for The Social Network. If I just thought he was like the #4, #5 guy, I would have said, yeah, he should have got nominated, but it wasn't a snub. So that's just what I mean personally when I say it. But like everybody has their different opinions about that. What do you guys think about that whole scenario?
I think you can get robbed, or I think you can get snubbed from a nomination, because I think nominations do 2 major things. They legitimize a career, like the writer said, Jonah Hill.
It's a great example.
Or Jennifer Aniston also. I think that would have been such a huge boost to her pedigree as an actress if she got nominated. Would she have beat out Julianne Moore for Still Alice? Probably not, but her performance in Cake could argue that it was 2 or 3 best of the year. And then when you look at the accumulation of nominations, somebody like a DiCaprio or a Bradley Cooper, the more nominations you get, eventually there's never going to be a Susan Lucci version of the Academy Awards. If you get enough
I can't believe you brought up a Susan Lucci example. That's awesome.
I bring up soap operas in my day-to-day.
Kids who are born after 1990, what Ellis is talking about, Susan Lucci from One Life to Live or some kind of soap opera type thing. She was nominated like 20,000 times, 29 times or something.
Yeah, before winning or something.
Before she finally
won. And the Oscars love doing makeup calls. So if you get nominated a couple times, and even if you weren't supposed to win, the more nominations you get, the closer you're getting to actually holding the statue.
I think Oscar nominated is enough to like sell the next 10 years of your movies that should be going straight to DVD. It's like Oscar nominated Dweezil Scrimple in Blow You Away. Oscar nominated Flip Flimpson in Machine Gun Willie. Whatever. It's like, oh, Oscar nominated. It's like, I think when you're Oscar nominated, it does give you that raised up pedigree just to get that extra cash. Which I think if you get Oscar nominated, get that money. It's like actors. My favorite actors are like, look, I'm a tool, use me as you need to. It's like they can fit into roles, they're character actors. That's what an actor is. They're supposed to put on different masks, and they're like, look, this particular mask that I put on happened to have an incredible writer and a director, and I rocked, and we all put it together, and enough people from AMPUS actually watched it and nominated me. So to me, someone who got snubbed is Jake Gyllenhaal, because I don't think enough people saw Nightcrawler. That wasn't on the radar because the people who put out the money or whatever to stump for it, it just didn't get enough press for all the people who actually do the nominations from the Oscars to see it. That's how I feel about it. So whether I'm like outraged, I'm not outraged. I just feel like, hey, he really should have been, maybe in my personal opinion, nominated over a few other people. But that's just how the Oscars are. You know, it's like you always, what happened to the movies that came out earlier in the year? People just forget about them, and it's always like, well, this movie's going to get Oscar nominated because it's coming out closer to the time of.
They didn't forget about Boyhood.
Right. No. Well, thankfully they didn't forget, because that's a movie that really deserves it. So, you know, also Cassie Drake, you win for longest letter ever.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.